Iloilo City.
Escocho.
Escocho. You're looking good. You're looking smart in Iloilo. And one thing only, and that is bok choy.
Well, this is certainly different. We've made it to Paz Market. Oh my god. Let's look.
Good morning, guys, from Iloilo City, Philippines. Yesterday we got the bus down to the cities from Carles, and wow, this is apparently the city of love. Molly, don't get any ideas, but we are here on top of our accommodation, the Injap Tower, on the helicopter. This is so cool.
How would you even think, like, who would have even thought there'd be a helicopter pad here in Iloilo and we could come up and check out the amazing view?
It is so cool. We can literally see the whole city from up here. Unfortunately, we didn't arrive by helicopter. That would be really cool, and it's really, really high. This is so cool. You can see the remains of the H right there, and then just the whole city. This is ridiculous, Molly.
Good location. We are basically across from the SM City Mall. I don't know what's up with the weather today. It's so windy here. But this morning we are actually heading for a mid-morning snack. Haven't quite learned the pronunciation yet.
Special Ilongan.
Snack time.
How do I pronounce it?
Yes.
How do I pronounce Biscocho?
Biscocho.
Biscocho.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I see? Biscocho.
Wow.
How much is this one?
78 pesos.
Can we get this? Thank you.
I am so excited to try Biscocho.
Biscocho. So this is from Jaro, a district in Iloilo, and it is basically bread coated in butter, sugar, or garlic. And supposedly you have to have it for breakfast. Meant to be better with coffee, but
I'm assuming the coffee makes it go like
look at that. It's just like crunchy.
It is what it says.
Yeah. You could dip it in your coffee because it's pretty dry. I think we've got the butter and sugar flavour. Biscocho. It's not bad.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like a crisp cake, and we have a whole bag for only 70 pesos.
That was actually quite nice. A little bit dry. I can tell why you'd need to have a coffee with it for it to go down easily. But tasty, sugary, buttery. What more do you want in the morning? But it's actually such a nice city. We're in sort of the newer developed area. There's a few like new development areas going on in Iloilo City. We're going to head to the older part of town now. But it's so clean. I think in 2019 and 2020 it won like cleanest city in Southeast Asia or something along them lines. Anyway, but we're going to get a taxi across the city. It's so nice to be in a city with no traffic.
A very quick taxi. We've made it to Calle Real Street, which in Spanish means Royal Street. Love the fact there's no traffic, but the buildings are like these old Spanish colonial houses that are like century old, and it's like the commercial and was the entertainment hub prior to World War II. I mean, it's very different.
Like a real city.
Yeah, I mean, it's the old city. It feels very real, and it does feel very, very different.
It's definitely a very different area to what we are staying in, but just look at these buildings are beautiful along here. It reminds me a little bit of the buildings you find in Hoi An in Vietnam, obviously being French colonial buildings, these Spanish, but oh, watch out for wires. It's just got lots of shops, couple of restaurants along here. You can tell it used to be or is the central point, the real part of the city.
Hello!
Hello.
Paz Market?
Okay.
Salamat. It's so hot today, so we had to get another quick taxi across the city, and we've made it to Paz Public Market, and we are here for one thing and one thing only, and that is bok choy.
Well, this is certainly different. We've made it to La Paz Market and it's crazy. Fresh fruit, fresh veg, meat, all sorts of packaged things, loud music.
And we're literally going down an alley,
hunting for bachoy. I can smell something is cooking. We finally found where we were supposed to come, which is I would say it's hidden in the middle of the market. It's called Nitongs, and they've got everything cooking, bubbling, smoking. That's all I can smell right now.
Is it good? The best bachoy. Thank you. It is so cool. Before you even go in, you can see them preparing the bak choy outside, the noodle soup, famous to Iloilo. It's basically all types of meat. You've got pork loin, you've got some beef, I think there's some chicken. There's basically a lot going on. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Thank you.
Which one's the best seller? The mega bar.
Yes. Cheers. This is a proper little hidden gem, isn't it? In the middle of the market. We've started with, well, we've got a puto, which is like a rice cake, so it's rice wrapped in vine leaf, I think. Banana leaf, you can call it. And we've gone for the mega bowl. So I think that's a little bit of everything. Pork loin, beef. It's also got bone marrow. It's got a lot going on in here. It's quite nice. It's laid out really nicely. It's famous. There's a bit of a competition going on in the La Paz Market. So there's a few different places all claim that they do the best and the original bak choy. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much.
Whoa, it looks so good. Thank you.
Thank you. Starting with the rice cake. I'm excited. I wonder how it's gonna. Look.
Is it just sticky rice?
I think so. Did we have this in when we did the food talk?
I think we
like
did.
Sticky rice thing.
I reckon just buy it.
Oh yeah, glutinous jelly rice. Oh my god, look how sticky that is. Look. I think you're meant to eat that for pudding, and I've eaten it first, but it's really good. No flavouring as such, it's just like really sticky glutinous rice.
And for the main course?
Are you ready? It smells really nice. It's almost like ramen, isn't it?
Noodle soup with basically everything.
It's really good. It's ramen, you've got like crispy pork on there I think, and you've got spring onions, and I don't know, like chives. It's really flavoursome, and it's quite salty. And I think that's probably why you would need the rice cake afterwards. The noodles are like so fresh. You saw him grabbing them in big handfuls, putting them in the broth, adding it all together. It was kind of like a mix match.
When you search things to do in Iloilo city, this is almost above any tourist site or anything. And
it's like #1.
It's like the claim to fame. There's like everything in there. The chives look really good, right?
You need to get some of the crispy pork. It's so good.
Okay.
I think it is anyway.
Big spoonful. Hold on.
Just look.
Oh, it's good.
Right.
There's a lot going on in there. You've got the crunch from the crispy pork. You've got, I'm not even going to pretend I know which meat is but then the other meat's really soft. It's sort of like melt in your mouth. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. You're looking good. Good. Looking smart in Iloilo.
I like your pink taxi.
You're the best track.
You're pink, you're Lenny.
You're the best track driver in Iloilo.
Oh, no,
the
no.
best.
Choy. What an interesting dish, and Nitongs was a very good place to try. It probably wasn't the best day to have it because it feels like 38 degrees right now. It is absolutely baking, but it was a very interesting experience. It was almost like street food, which was really nice. I'm glad we got to try it as it is the delicacy here in Iloilo. However, we have made it now to the Mega World Boulevard, which is kind of like Iloilo's business and entertainment district, full of restaurants, bars, and lots of things to do, and it just feels completely different from where we just came from.
It's actually a really cool area. It's like a city within a city. You've got the Festive Walk Mall. Of course, any big Filipino city needs about 10 malls because in this weather you need somewhere to hide in the aircon to get away from this midday heat. And it's also designed with like lots of like European side streets. It's really nice.
Whilst we've been walking around, we did stumble on something very unique, and that is a Brandy museum. This is so cool. Unique. It's actually the first Brandy museum here in the Philippines. We're lucky enough to be able to get a tour, and I'm sure we're going to learn a lot about brandy. Apparently they do a thing like a brandy coffee. I'm not sure if I'm feeling a coffee in this heat, maybe an iced one, but we're essentially learning where they get all of the grapes from and all of the famous people that have come to visit over the years.
Spain and the Philippines, again, it's crazy. Even with the brandy.
Even with the brandy, everything comes back to Spain.
This place is so interactive. So Funador was the first Spanish brandy, and recently in 2015, Emperador, the Filipino brandy, has bought it, and they have sort of like merged together, and it again shows the history between Spain and the Philippines, and you literally can learn so much here. It's got all the old bottles dating back so many years, and you also can see the distillation process. There's a lot going on.
Like before they bottle it, they make sure that the bottle is clean and it has no like sediments or mixtures, something.
Wow, thank you.
Everyone, can you please hold your cups?
Yeah.
And swirl it to feel the aroma, and you can smell it in chin level.
So we've had our tour, and we're now in the Brandy Museum Appreciation class.
So we found out about all the different types in here.
Yeah, we found out about all of them, and now we are trying the coffee Emperador brandy, and we're currently being taught how to drink it. So you have to swirl it, sniff it at chin level, sniff it at nose level, and then take a very small sip.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Spread it out. And say it for 5 seconds. And swallow it. The second one, take a large sip.
Ooh.
Oh, it's very light but very nice and coffee. Kind of tastes, it literally tastes like an iced coffee, doesn't it?
Second sip is definitely the fun sip because it is the big sip. I'm excited for this. So all in one. I'm going all in one.
Go on. You weren't supposed to swallow it straight away. You meant to keep it in your mouth for 5 seconds.
I know. It tasted too good. I got too excited and I had to drink it straight. It's really nice. It's so refreshing. This would be great on a day like today when it's really hot. This is perfect.
I'm now signing my very own barrel. This is going to be our barrel, yeah?
You're gonna take it home now?
I'm taking it. Oh my god, I've not written on chalk since I was a child.
And the date?
Oh, what date is it today?
I don't know. Just put 2022. Perfect.
Woo!
Cheers.
Cheers! How cool is this? So we've toured, we've tasted, we've written on our very own barrel, and now we are sat outside in their cafe, and they actually do the most unique things ever. So I have a brandy coffee cocktail with milk, which doesn't have any coffee in it, which is crazy.
A macchiato with no coffee in it, just the brandy with coffee extract.
This is just so cool. I mean, I'm drinking brandy in the afternoon out in the sun. What more could you want? Wow.
This looks so good. What makes the Brandy Museum even cooler is it's free. So that whole experience there, even trying a little bit of brandy at the end, it's all free. I thought it was going to be something that cost. I would expect that experience to cost, and this was only 100 pesos for a cocktail.
A coffee cocktail? How cool is
a coffee cocktail that doesn't keep me up all night. Sometimes the things you least expect or do not plan for are the best, and it was definitely the case at the Brandy Museum. If you come to Iloilo, put that as at the top of your list. It is definitely worth doing, and it's free. But then obviously go outside, have one of the coffee cocktails. They are so good. But we've now come down to the Esplanade, the boardwalk for sunset. This is sort of like another new space. I don't know how new it is, but it's open for all sorts of activities. People are running along. It's like an open green space, and the river, I think it's the Iloilo River, looks amazing. Great place to come to for sunset. We're gonna walk quite a long way. We found a restaurant a long way down. I think by the time we get there, the sun will have set. Do you think we have a drink before we go to the restaurant?
Depends, are you thirsty?
I'm a little bit thirsty. Cheers.
To guy.
We for the beer.
Yeah, and this is a different one. This is a different one. Yeah, everyone's actually. Oh, hang on. It tastes good. Everyone's going for these sunset walks because the sun is not so strong now. Going on jogs, and we're sat on. I don't even know what this is. What is this?
Monkey Business Sports Bar.
Monkey Business Sports Bar in the boardwalk. And do you know what? It kind of feels like we're on a little island on the beachfront, except we're looking out over on the river because we've got all these little coconut trees.
And this will give us the energy to make it
to dinner.
And we made it. The beer gave us the energy to walk further along to Muel. This place is really famous for its deli, and it's such a beautiful location. It's really, really busy tonight, which is great to see again on the riverfront. It is so nice. It's really, really nice in here. And we have gone for basically a fusion. So they're famous for their deli sausages here. So you could order like a platter of them. We decided to mix it up a bit. We've gone for a pizza with Hungarian sausage, and we've also gone for a baguette with bratwurst inside. So excited to try some deli. I've never had deli in the Philippines. This looks so good.
It was very worth the wait. I think we've been here about half an hour, and it looks very, very good. I don't even know where I'm going to go for this. It looks exceptional, I must say. It's like a flatbread. Oh my god, it's so hot.
Chopped up Hungarian pizza.
Yeah, very interesting. And that is a very flat dough that's freshly made here.
Crisp, hot.
Oh, that sausage is unreal. Wow. I didn't expect it to be like that. I was expecting like pepperoni slices, but it's more like chunky little broken up sausage, mozzarella. Ah.
And this is the baguette with the bratwurst sausage.
Oh, it looks so good.
Look at that sausage, it looks unreal. And mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, the works. I didn't get any sausage.
Bite number 2.
Them sausages are so good. Am I messy?
Yes, you're messy.
I feel, thank you. I feel really messy. That's a proper bratwurst. Caramelized onions, barbecue sauce, mayonnaise. That's really good.
Good morning, guys. We had such a good night's sleep here at the Injap Tower. I think probably we were quite stuffed from our sausages. That bratwurst was unreal at Muel.
Highly recommended.
Very, very well priced. I think the sausage in a bun baguette thing plus the Hungarian sausage pizza and 2 beers was around like £10–12, so such good price. But we've woken up this morning, we've had our breakfast. Omelets here are unreal as well. I think everything revolves around food. And I realised I didn't give you a room tour last night, so I'm going to give you a room tour now. We have 2 beds.
We've lived in it.
As you know, Matt always sleeps in the spare bed because no one wants him there. So I have a double bed.
Been bad.
We have a TV, you even have like a microwave, you have a sink area, you got your teas, your coffees, storage. We have, this is pretty cool, like you wouldn't think there's a bathroom here. There it is, and this is actually the happy room.
Such good views as well over Iloilo. We can literally see the SM City Mall right in front of us. I think we're on the 20th floor, and the view from breakfast on the 21st floor on Horizon Cafe even better. But Iloilo, it's definitely surprised us. Not the most touristy of cities, but a city that I feel like you shouldn't miss if you're coming to the Philippines. Give it a try. There's so much to do, from the Brandy Museum to the traditional bat choy to having dinner on the riverside, walking along the Esplanade for sunset. So much to do. Really, really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, it's sort of our last day. We're still staying in Iloilo, but we're heading to a new island tomorrow to try some mangoes. We'll see you in the next one for that.